So you're going to be working on a lot of texture. I'm primarily going to show you texture. She's supposed to have curly hair, but she didn't have curly hair today. So there's one look that you're going to be doing is the voluminous hair. And I think you're doing that from textured hair, I believe. One thing to do is to, I don't have the proper setup, I'm so sorry. But have your clippies ready. And you're going to section hair. Because most of the girls that you'll be doing will be from curly hair, not so much the wet hair, whatnot. So what I'll start out is when you have texture, am I got power? So when you're doing that look with the voluminous hair from the Texas girls, you were come on. You're going to remember when you have that texture hair, you're going to hold it tautly, pull out, bring up, and you want to have some tension on there so that you can get to good shape, round shape out of that. Pulling up to the end. Go back to the root, you know where it's more texture, so you get it smooth. And then lots of times I like to hold the brush in there. Go to, take another brush. Remember, you want tension on there. And you want to have control.
Kind of like leaving a brush in there, and why do you think that might be so important? It sets. I always say hair is like soda. When you heat it up, you can form it into just about anything, but as it cools, it'll wiggle, it'll jiggle, it'll set. Like that. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime I can talk about food, I'm happy.
So, with the air, with the brush and the air, you get more of more fullness because you're putting the air in there. And then when you're putting the heat in there, I'll show you another one. When you're doing the set, you want to come out. Let me get all this dry first, and then I will show you about the heat.
What airflow do you have on high?
I have it on the highest. And I have it on high heat.
James, what product?
You just want to get your base. You want to get that heat on there, and you want to go the direction of the hair growth, not pressing against the hair. So that way you don't run into frizz.
James, what product do you like to use for blowouts?
Okay. So she already had this in there, I didn't tell you. But the 12 benefits. So it smooths the hair. And then I like to go in after that with the iron. I'll get to that too. I don't want to jump around. But we get this done and then I'll show you.
Gorgeous.
So you can see how you're going underneath to the base with a little tension. You can just see the head. And you're gonna pull. I have to act like she has really like textured hair. Don't be scared of textured hair. You just gotta get in there and pull it out. And most times, if they're really highly textured, it works best if the hair is full. So that you can get it smooth. If the hair is too dry, it doesn't get smooth enough. There you still have a little bit of texture in there. And then like one of the looks, it has to be really smooth from textured hair, okay?
So I want you to know who here remembers doing Jones and beauty store. So remember the order of the basics. On base, off base, and half on, half off. Thank you so much for that. So I want you to notice what base he's setting those brushes on. To maximize volume, he's really going on base. And then when he takes the brushes out, he's taking them out at the same elevation, so your brushes aren't getting stuck.
Did you see what I'm doing from down there? Thank you for being my holder.
You guys see how much tension he's taking there too. He's going for it. There's two things that smooth out hair. Heat and tension.
And James, if we're blowing out textured hair, what size sections should we be working with?
Well, if you're going from really wet, you're going to be using like a, what is that, an 1.5 inch section. I can do it. I cheat. I do a little bit more, but you got to be able to control all the hair that you are able to control. Okay. Bam. So and there is another way to get more smoothness too from your voluminous set.
Can you maybe turn that up more towards it?
Okay.
Thank you. And if you can, take it to a spot where you can. Once you get as much out of this as possible. Ooh, about to blow.
It's about to blow your mind.
So I will go in. All these cords don't laugh. Okay. And so I take my foil, wrap it around, pull out like an end paper.
Really hitting the ferns.
What does that do?
It is going to act as, you don't have enough room for rollers.
Oh my
And you're
God,
not
stop.
going to, you don't have time to have a dryer, or you don't have the space for a hooded dryer. So It acts as your rollers.
I am obsessed with this right now. Yes, James. We all know that aluminum foil conducts heat, so we're actually getting a better even heat with this. And as the longer it sets in there, the more curl and volume it's going to have. That is amazing.
What is Erlenmeyer?
This is a 1.5 inches.
And does that make a difference?
Yeah, it will. Cause you want the big sets, you can either use even a bigger one, depending on the texture and how much you've pulled out. But I like to go in with the 1.5 inches, more or less, and I get more fullness. But as you brush, you'll get a tighter set with this instead of using the big fat one. But if you use the big fat one, you'll get, you'll get the deeper waves and you'll still get fullness, depending on the length of the hair.
Does it matter if it's Marcel versus a clan?
Now I grew up with Marcel, and I think y'all should do it too. No, it's whatever you're comfortable with, because most people are comfortable with the spring action. That just means that you don't have no strength in your arms or your hands, and you're just playing.
James is throwing shade.
No, but it's whatever is comfortable for you using.
For the one at the hair show, are we going to
Do you guys have the 1.5 inches? Well, because you want all of the looks to be like each other. Just like Charlie said, you want it to look like it all came from the same hand.
So whatever's on the list that we sent you, yeah, that's what you need.
Guys, one thing I want to just bring up because it's naturally happening and we didn't ask anyone to do it. You see how people are naturally helping James right now?
Yes.
They're grabbing foils, they're anticipating his next move. Sometimes you're not all going to be working on a model at the same time. There is going to be makeup going on at the same time as well. And so if you don't have it, it's not a good time to go take a smoke break. You're here to learn this experience as well. Grab a foil, help out a friend, because they'll be doing the same thing for you when your model comes along. Alright? So help each other out. It's going to make the whole process a lot easier for everyone. A little grace. And that person will buy you a drink afterwards.
All this drinking.
Hairstylist life.
Except
Except for James.
And then I won't know if you're drinking or not because I can't smell anymore from all the purrs.
Just to kind of tack on to what Jessa was just saying, we are a team. We're all here to help each other. Especially for fashion show nights, we're the support staff for the designers, but we're also support staff for each other. All of us leave, we always refer to this kind of like it's family reunion time because we do become such a family. Like I know some of you guys from other seasons, we become friends. So helping each other out, being a family, like really is important. And plus, it's networking. You never know when you're gonna need these people outside of Fashion Week. So it's just really amazing to treat people well, help each other out, and just be a community.
Mm-hmm. You heard that we're all from different walks of this industry. We all work in completely different areas, okay? So you never know who's gonna come in handy later in your career.
Mm-hmm.
And you can collab.
Exactly. I'm so obsessed with this technology.
Dude, I know, right? Can you do this to mine right now?
Right?
This is all we're doing. This is all of that.
This is all we're doing today, right now. This is it.
Just what time is it?
41. This is, Saturday night, the 16th, is when this work is going to be.
Yours.
What? Yes, so this will be the 17th.
17.
On Denver Originals. So this is gonna be, we're gonna do a lot of this for Gino Velarde's look, whoever's on that team. Now, there will be other looks during the week that this will be important for as well, but that one will be a big one.
Do we have a schedule top, there's no finger on
You are so pretty. We're working on that.
Not yet. We like to gauge it based on like what we see in class so we can make really well-rounded teams.
And we also wanted to confirm everybody's schedule so that way.
Oh, that scared me.
Because we've had a few changes, so. But we will get that.
Cry
to you.
over corn runs, we're not enough time. Does anyone have any questions for James about anything that he's going over?
What heat system do you have it on?
All the way up.
Hi.
All the way up, because you have the foil to protect the hair.
Surface of the sun,
That was a great question, Sarah.
yes. But let's talk a little bit about hair prep.
And also, will you talk about where you're clipping to avoid leaving a line?
Let's answer that question first, the hair clipping.
Okay. We're clipping the hair underneath so that we don't make a line.
Fair enough. Thanks, James.
Very informative.
Right?
I should have clipped that, so that's a good point, because around the hairline, I should have clipped it in the back.
And who can?
Now, I just hope that there's no lines there, because I should have clipped all of that front in the back.
Did you guys hear that?
And not over the top of
Thanks
the
So
for being
hair.
I
vulnerable.
kind of did it wrong, and so I'm doing it at the base of the hair.
Basically, we just want it to be where it's gonna, if by chance there is a line, it's less visible.
Yeah. Oh, don't call me out, cause I done clipped it wrong. See? Don't clip it wrong. So, hey.
I know, I'm sorry.
Oh my.
So to tack back to hair prep just a little bit.
Okay.
Let's
What
see.
is
Now,
one
do you see?
He kind of talked about what he was putting in the hair, but also make sure that what you're using is a high quality product that also is maintaining heat protection. Because these models are models, their hair is very important to them. And so what we don't want to do is trash their hair. Even when we're rickracking like what Danielle's gonna teach, even when we're doing like tight ponytails, we always want to make sure we're maintaining the integrity of the hair, because there is no quicker way to get a model to trash you than to trash their hair. Okay?
So after I've done all of my fall work, I'll spray. A little hair spray.
How much hold?
If this is a medium hold, and you just spray lightly, and you could build on it, but you don't want to build on it right now because you've got to be able to brush this out.
That does smell good, but James can't tell.
I can smell the hairspray, but I can't smell alcohol.
Or BO. So
So everybody be fresh
Way to
and
make me
clean.
edit this video a lot, Joe. Thank you.
that's why we work so well together.
Okay, so James, do you want to tell them what they need to have out to create this look?
So you're gonna need foils. Usually they'll be already cut up because your station's got to be already set up for you. You need the 1.5 inch foils, clippies.
Pin curl clips.
I generally have like 10,000 brushes, but 2 will do you. And then let's see. Your 12 benefit spray on, it's your heat protectant, and it will also condition the hair as well. So it has 12 things in there, and you can read on the bottle and spray. And then you're going to need your brushes. I think we're going to use the Diamond brushes to brush out, or we're going to use the
Cushion? Okay.
okay.
What would be the difference between the two?
This has the boar bristle in it, and so it's going to give you more softer and more fullness to your hair.
versus a Denman, which does what?
The Denman just gives you more smooth and, well, you don't want that. We want this one. They're testing me. So this is faster than your roller set and under the dryer. We really don't have the space for it, so this is just really quick.
Yeah. So you want to do a quick brush out before we head out? And look how pliable that is, because he didn't use a ton of hairspray. He set it really well. It's able to move, it's able to bounce, and from here it's a really good base to kind of do whatever we need to do.
Do you think this would work on both textured and non-textured hair?
Yes.
Awesome. Woo, she got a little Marilyn.
Setting it like that for fine hair is really great, just because how hard is it to get volume and curl to stay in fine hair? Now, what would be different about doing it on textured hair versus finer hair?
I wouldn't necessarily do all the pulling and blowing out on the fine hair, because that's gonna pull that elasticity of it.
Right.
No, the fine hair you don't, but if you
That's it.
have like curly texture hair, you want to pull that so
Yeah.
that you can, it would be able to curl with the foil
Right.
and iron.
And we have models of all hair types, like literally every single hair type.
What would be the other thing different?
More heat on texture.
There we go. On finer hair, we want to use a little less heat, maintaining integrity. Everybody, look at that. Ah,